What's going on, guys? And welcome to All Sports Best, the podcast. I'm Trey Gonzalez, and today I have two special guests on. We have junior Emilee Good, and we have senior Brooke Parrish here with us today. They're going to tell us all about dance and cheer, and which is actually, I believe, one of the first that we've done in like 5 years for the podcast. So we get a representation for some dance. I know, my bad. But you guys will be one of the first back on. So how are you guys doing today?
Good.
Not nervous at all?
No, I got to sleep in, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
no school, so it's perfect.
Perfect. So tell me this, because I actually asked this question on the last interview. What does sleeping in mean?
Well, technically, I usually still wake up at the same time. I just lay in bed. Because,
Okay.
like, my brain's, like, not letting me sleep in, but.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
Just
is
more time
that?
to rest.
Like 7:30.
7:30?
At the latest.
Same thing for you.
Yeah, I woke up at 8 today. But
Sherry
I just
has
laid in
us
bed.
up early.
So how long do you lay in bed for?
Just depends if I have to do something.
Okay.
Like, I got
So-
out of bed, like, 10 today.
Okay,
to get
wow, that's
ready.
crazy. That's wild. Okay. Okay, Brooke, you are here to represent dance.
Yes.
And you are a captain.
Yes.
How did you get into the role of captain? Is there one captain every year? Is there co-captains? Yeah.
Well, last year it was different. Like, we had 3 seniors be our captain and then 1 social captain. But this year we have 1 captain, 1 co-captain, and 1 social captain. And we basically just have to, like, kind of try out for it. We have to send in an essay to Sherry of, like, why we fit the role, just,
Okay.
like, stuff like that, like an essay about it. And we have to send in our picture, just, like, basically an interview to become it. And then her and our co-coach just decides who best fits it.
Okay. So your captain, co-captain is like assistant captain?
Yes.
Okay. What is a social captain?
She basically just, like, holds all of our social events, like team building, like, stuff like that. Like, if we want to do anything on the weekend, like, to have team building or anything like that, like, she would be the one to hold it and, like, do all of that.
Okay. Emilee, you are a part of both.
Yes.
Cheer and dance. So in dance, like, what does Brooke do to keep you guys in order?
She keeps us in line whenever we don't really listen to Sherry. We kind of have like whenever she calls us out to the locker room, Brooke will make sure we're all out there. Like, she's like, "Come on, guys, like, it's time." Or she helps us go over dances and just make sure we know what we're doing. And, like, for instance, like, she gets stuff for games, like, picks out, like, for the neon pep rally, she got the what were they?
The vests.
She got the vests and, like, glow sticks and stuff. So she does a lot for the team.
How did you coordinate that? Did you have to pay for that?
No, the
Okay.
boosters do. So I usually just, like, ask the other seniors, like, any of their ideas, and then I go from there of, like, what they want, and I find, like, multiple ideas, and I'll send it to, like, because we have a senior group chat with Sherry, and I'll send all my ideas there, and then I let them decide, and whatever they decide, either Sherry sends it to the boosters or I'll send it to the boosters, and they'll order it for us.
So you're like in an adult role already. Yeah. And you work.
She's a boss.
Yeah, she is. Okay, so tell me, like, how do you balance dance? Because I know dance is not just like what we see. It's at the studio, probably. It's in the
Yes.
performing arts building. It's in the gym. Like, you guys are everywhere practicing, doing stuff. How do you balance that with work?
Honestly, I don't know. Because I dance at Cheryl's too, so I have that at night too. So I dance in the morning, I go to school, I go to work, and then I go to dance. So it's a lot, but I usually, like, for school, I'll just do my homework at work. That way I don't have to worry about it after dance.
Mm-hmm.
And then with dance, I think I just, like, naturally just balance it. Like, I don't think I really do anything special. It's just natural at this point.
Okay. And do you also dance at Cheryl's?
No, I don't.
No. Okay. Is there like a rivalry there?
I don't think anymore. There definitely was, like, a lot.
Yeah.
I know
Like,
there definitely was.
Yeah,
There was.
Yeah.
not anymore, I don't think, just because a lot of Cher girls dance for Sherry now at the high school, but I definitely don't think there is anymore, but, like, way back when there definitely was.
Fun fact, I used to be a prancer.
Oh.
And is that a thing anymore?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
it is a
actually
thing.
start prancers tomorrow.
Yeah.
For the first time in years? Or
No, like,
Oh.
just for the season.
Okay, yeah. It used to be like we were in the class. Mm-hmm. We did all of it. Do they do that still?
No, we just have
No.
Wednesday night practices at
Oh, okay.
8:30. That's
It's
it.
just the best time to do it because
Yeah.
everybody's
Okay.
so busy now.
So they're just kind of good now.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
Yes.
kidding. I'll-
Mediocre.
okay, so tell me about cheer. Well, both of you can talk to me about cheer. Or, no, your dance. Sorry, your cheer. Tell me about like what you thought about the glow in the dark pep rally. I thought it was an incredible idea. Loved it. Glow sticks were thrown. Do you think it could happen again?
I think it could happen again if everyone takes precautions. For 2-bits, totally fine. Throw glow sticks, you know. But when we're throwing girls in the air, it's kind of unsafe.
Yeah.
Or like someone could slip and everybody tumbles down, you know. So it's just taking precautions and making sure everybody knows the safe way to do it. But I think it was definitely cool and fun. It was probably our best pep rally we've had.
It really was really cool. It felt like there was a lot more people there.
Yeah.
It's like they surprised everybody and they couldn't check out, right? What about for dance?
It was a lot of fun. I think, I don't know. Yeah, I agree. Like that was our best one. And like we chose to do hip hop. And I think like that, like if we would have done anything else, it wouldn't have been as hype. And so like, especially like we did this floor part and like our vests like moved a certain way and like everyone started freaking out. So
That's cool.
I definitely think it was the best one.
Music is a huge part of what you guys do. Tell me about what artists right now are the best to throw on to dance to.
Personally, I like dancing Nicki Minaj.
Sure.
She just has like a good beat. Like I like hype music, like rap, 21 Savage, just a bunch of rap music. I feel like they have a lot of good beats and like it's fast tempo, so we can keep up with it.
Yeah, anytime we use a slow song, the student body does not respond to
No,
it
at
at all.
But
They'll just like
you
fall
still
asleep.
throw it in there?
Every now and then, but not very often.
Not on a pep rally.
No.
We try to do stuff the student body will like.
Yeah.
Okay. Is dance going to be a big part of halftime this year for basketball?
Yes.
Very cool, because that's, to me, the best way to, enjoy halftime is we get good music, we're watching performances, and it's not just like we're just sitting there waiting and stuff like that. So is there any nerves that go into what you guys do still, or is it kind of just second nature?
You definitely still have nerves as long as you do it, but it's, I don't know
I
how to
think it's not
explain
as
it.
bad.
I think it's just like any athlete, like they're going to have nerves, but like once you're out on the dance floor and the music starts, it all goes away.
Yeah.
And like you don't hear the crowd at all until you watch the video and you're like, wow, they were actually clapping for us.
Oh.
Like
so
you just blank out.
Yeah.
Really? Interesting. See, that's what would make me nervous was I'd hear the crowd and then I'd be like, oh. And then it kind of, I guess I can understand that. Who's your biggest role model in dance or cheer?
Hmm.
Do you guys have anybody
don't
that you looked up
know.
to when you were younger and you're like, this girl was really good at dance and I just want to
I
do what
would
she
say she's not like famous or anything, but she danced at my studio. I'd say Mackenzie Chester. When I was little, like I looked up to her my whole life, and
Really?
I definitely still do. So
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like same. Like it's more of like the older studio girls that I looked up to, like Marley Suggs and like Hannah Holman, like those kind of girls. Like I was like, okay, I want to be on the dance team like them when I'm in high school,
yeah,
And
dance-
Marley's doing college stuff,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Do you guys want to move into that when you get past high school? No.
No.
Why not?
I don't know. Dance can be a very toxic environment, and it has
100%.
drained me to where I'm like, I don't want to do this. Like, I'm not going to quit now just because I've done it my whole life. I'm a senior. Like, not going to quit now, but I definitely don't want to progress with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it's more as like a job now rather than like
Really?
for fun. I mean, I still have fun. Like I love dance. I love cheer. That's why I'm still doing it. But at the end of the day, like Brooke said, it's toxic. Some of it's very toxic and it's draining.
If you don't mind me asking, what is like the toxic part of it? Is it people? Is it crowds? Is it?
It's just honestly everything. Like,
Yeah.
dance is just like a very, it's just competition against one another. Like, it doesn't matter who you're dancing against, you're going to be competing with that person against you. And so it's just not, I mean, some places are like a loving and encouraging place, but for the most part, it's just a competition.
Yeah.
Even on your own team? Really?
In which our team is honestly way better than we've been the past few
Yes.
years. We don't argue a lot, so I think that's good. But like at the same time, we still like try to outdance one another and outcheer one another. So
How do you let's say out cheer somebody or out dance somebody? You have to be in sync, right? Wouldn't that make it?
It's more just like technique and like, oh, I can do this jump and she can't kind of thing. It's not really like who's doing it, but I don't know. It's just more technique, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Like,
So tell me this. What is your best move individually? Your best move. You can tell me in cheer and dance, and then tell me what your best move is in dance.
I think for cheer, it's probably my toe touches.
Okay. You just get up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my legs are flying.
Very cool. Very cool. All right.
Dance. I feel like my turns are really good for dance. I have good turns.
And that's like the spin on one leg turns?
Yes.
Okay. For the people that don't know, obviously I know.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I'd say a tilt jump, but
Tilt jump. Explain that one, because that.
okay, so basically like your leg is up, but
Okay.
you're like tilted so your hips are out, and then but you jump. If that makes
Okay.
any sense.
I think I know. It's like on a lot of like
So like
jackets
you're
and
like
shirts.
your legs are like this in the air.
Okay.
So you're like tilted.
All right. And is that something you had to do over time, or is it kind of just like you got it?
I think I've always been good at jumps, but that's like my strength. Like like any dance, they're like, okay, dude, you're doing a tilt jump. I'm like, okay.
Okay, yeah. You guys both made it very obvious that hip hop's a big part of like what you like to do.
Yeah.
What other things do you do? Do you guys do tap or ballet or anything like
No,
that?
those are more studio
Yeah.
things, like Just Dance or Cheryl's, but we don't do stuff like that at high school.
Even outside of school?
Just
You guys
at
don't?
studios and stuff. Like,
Okay.
I'd
How
only
cool
ever
would it
tap and
be
stuff then.
If we had like a tap dancing thing, that'd be sweet. That'd be really cool.
I think it would be cool, but we would have to find a floor to do
Yeah,
it.
That's
there's
true.
so much stuff that would have to go into it.
You guys
Yeah.
would have to be like the wrestling team bringing out their mats. Yeah, that would be tough. That makes sense. Okay. How would you say your sport has helped you as a person?
Confidence.
Yeah, and it's definitely taught me like responsibility, like going to practice. Like, okay, it's at 11:45, so I have to be there at 11:45. Like, it's taught me a lot of responsibility, and even like costumes. Like, oh, I can't forget this. Like, double check stuff. Like, it's definitely taught me a lot of responsibility.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. And for me, I feel like confidence, like getting out there and just being able to perform and talk in front of everybody, it's something that not a lot of people can do. So I feel like us having to go out there and perform in front of everybody kind of just gives like me a sense of like, okay, I'm not very shy anymore. I can
Yeah.
do this.
Sure. Do you think you could address the student body with the mic?
Oh, I've had
Easy.
before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
I don't know.
'Cause that's
I
a
told a
tough
joke
thing.
one time.
You told a joke? Yeah. Did it land?
Oh, what?
So it did okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all right.
Okay.
But I definitely don't think I could like sit up there and like talk to people.
What is the biggest debate that you have with people about your sport? I know I asked you guys the question. It wasn't against you. It was just I like to hear y'all's perspective. I said, why is cheer a sport, right? Or dance a sport? So what other things do you hear from other people that you have to defend yourself, if you have to do any of it?
Well, my thing is we make it look easy. Like, that's our job. Our job is to make it look easy and, like, anyone can do it. But in reality, like, we're a full season. We don't get any breaks. Like, we ended our season, and a week later we had tryouts to begin our new season. And, like, I don't think people realize the work we put into practices. Like, for 2 straight minutes, we're just doing cardio. And then if we're, like, at our show-off, like, we do 2 minutes of straight cardio, we have 30 seconds to change into another dance, and we're back out there for another 2-minute dance.
Yeah.
And it goes for at least 2 hours. So that's just what people don't understand. Like, yeah, we're not football players out there tackling each other, but we're doing almost the same amount of cardio as they are.
That's a good point.
100%. Or even for cheer, like we're throwing girls in the air, and that takes technique, that takes strength. Like one wrong move, and someone could hurt themselves and get a serious injury.
Yeah.
You know. So even with it's not a sport. I think us throwing people and running around doing cardio for however many minutes, 100% is a sport.
And, like, it's not even like, oh, we're running back and forth. Like, we're doing all of this and having to have technique, having to remember a dance, having to do all the other things along with the 2 minutes we have. Like, it's
I
not
guess
even...
crime's going on outside. Right? Goodness gracious. But
Election
yes.
day's crazy.
I guess so. Okay, very good point. Something that I've always wondered, just personally, is in cheer, I feel like throwing a girl is one thing, you get that down, whatever. But catching seems to me like the scarier part. How do you guys build trust with people? Because you guys talked about it being toxic. That could be scary, right?
Yeah, it really is all in the trust. You have to trust the people that are under you. If you don't, it's not going to work. But it definitely takes a lot of practice. And honestly, our cheer team and dance team are really close. All of us are close with each other. Individually, we might not be totally as a group as much, but individually we trust each other. So as long as the girls have that strength to be under someone and make sure they know what they're doing and have the technique, then it'll work.
Sure.
Yeah.
So do we get a chance to see a collaboration this year between dance and cheer, or is it because you guys are separated?
Well,
am I getting
about
into
that.
something?
We were supposed to have our combined dance at senior night, but rain delays, we didn't get to perform halftime.
Oh.
So we've been
dang.
practicing together for the past 2 weeks, early morning practices 7 a.m. and Friday came, we had 57 seconds left until we were about to go off for halftime, and they
Dang.
delayed us, and then
We didn't
they
get to
told
perform.
Sharice, the cheer coach, they called her and was like, if we do get the game resumed, y'all aren't performing.
Would it have
So-
been tough on wet turf?
I don't think so.
I don't
No.
think so either.
Just because there wasn't a lot of super, super hard things, so I don't think it would have been
Will
that
we
hard.
see it in basketball?
Yeah, we plan on doing
Sweet.
it for basketball.
Very
or
cool.
even a pep rally.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
something.
We're definitely gonna do it just because.
and
And it,
put too much work into
yeah,
it.
and the
Yeah.
only thing that sucked is one, it highlighted the seniors because it was senior night, and two, we didn't realize the game before that was gonna be our last time ever performing on the field. We were prepared for last Friday to be our last time ever performing, and so whenever they told us that, we were just wow, because everyone else has another season ahead of them, but
Yeah.
that was our last season, so we were okay. So we kind of just
Dang.
had to bite the bullet and be okay with it, but
So
it
I
definitely
just-
sucked.
So I just touched a tender spot right there. I'm sorry. Didn't realize. Okay. Your job as a cheerleader is to get the crowd up, right? What do you think is one thing that you guys do, and it's 100% of the time when you do this, the crowd's going to get up a little bit more?
Usually 2 bits. Usually
Oh,
2
okay.
bits gets the crowd up. Even at football games, we do 2 bits in front of the student section, and the game day leaders for the student section will make sure the crowd's up and yelling. And
Even the parents will jump
Yes.
up at 2 bits.
yeah,
Yeah,
the parents
yeah.
support a lot, definitely.
So going into, you guys aren't football players, but you throw footballs at the game and basketballs maybe this year,
Maybe.
possibly. Do you ever practice that, or do you just you know what, game time decision, I'm just tossing this
No,
as
we
hard as I
just
can?
chunk it.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I just
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna chunk it as hard as I can.
Do you get spirals?
No.
You're throwing ducks to the
Yeah.
okay. Very good. Do you guys have any pre-performance rituals that you have to do, maybe as a team or maybe individually?
I feel like both teams pray before we
Yes.
perform.
Okay.
It's kind of just a thing, prayer before performance. Always make sure everybody's safe, keep everyone safe, have God watch over us while
Very
we
good.
perform. Make sure everything goes good.
I don't think I have anything personal.
No.
For competitions, not for high school, for Cheryl's, if we're having a long competition day, I'll always make sure I eat before.
Okay.
But other than that, nothing really crazy.
That's actually a huge part of sports right now. I don't know if it's women's sports or what it is, but just going the whole day without eating and then just, I remember I was at physical therapy, I don't know, 6 months ago or whatever. And there was somebody there that was passing out, and they were like, "Oh, what'd you eat? Did you eat something bad?" And they were like, "I haven't eaten." And I don't know, do you guys ever feel pressure to, I don't know, not eat or do things a certain way?
I feel it's more as if I forget to eat.
Yeah.
I get so busy and I'm worrying about there's pep rally today. I have to do this. I have to get this, and then there's a game today. So then it's kind of just out of my mind, and I'm keeping myself so busy that I just forget to eat.
Sure.
Sherry definitely keeps it in our mind that we have to eat healthy.
Yes.
She gets
Yeah.
very mad whenever we don't eat healthy.
And I think that's fair, right? But do you ever feel, because I know that that's a big topic in general here in our country, is is like body shaming or anything like that. Do you guys ever, is the student body pretty like supportive of you guys, or do you ever hear stuff that's like off-putting?
I don't really hear anything negative.
No,
That's
me
good.
either. I feel like a few years past there was definitely like talk about like certain people, but not any recent stuff I've heard.
That's awesome. Do you feel like, you know, right now Carlsbad High School is pretty well put together in terms of like students and
Yeah,
and
I
how
think
they
this
support
is
each
like
other?
our best year. Like this is the most like support we've ever gotten as a dance team and cheer team like that I've ever noticed.
No,
That's
100%.
awesome.
Like this year has been better than the past few years, definitely.
Awesome. Very good. Do you guys ever create your own choreography when you're doing your stuff for dance? That's probably not poorly worded. Create your own choreography for your dances.
Yeah, we mainly do it for basketball season just because we have so much time on our hands. Football season, we mainly do like our camp dances that we learn whenever we go to UDA because we all learn at least 2 dances. And so like all the football ones is mainly from UDA, but basketball we usually choreograph our own just because we have so much time on our hands.
As like dancers, you guys do it? Oh, very cool. What are your roles in dance?
Sherry just splits us into groups and was like, okay, y'all are on this song, y'all are on this song, go, y'all have this amount of time and choreograph it.
One of the trends that I've seen on TikTok is like the Lakers dancers, and there's one behind and the other one's like, I don't know, 5 steps up, and the one in the back starts doing a dance, and just based on hearing, the one in the front can replicate it or whatever, or go with her. Do you think you guys could do that?
I don't.
Should we try it for a video?
I'm like, we can. I don't know.
I feel
Like,
I mean, that's their whole life,
yeah,
but still.
100%. I feel like maybe if it was like the tags we do on a sideline, or like
to be something that we repeat.
yes, or like a cheer without saying the words, maybe.
Yeah, we definitely can try it though.
We can try.
I was gonna say that'd be a really cool video. And speaking of that, do you guys use trends and things you see on TikTok into your dances quite a bit, or just social media?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I think we both have parts in like what goes on to our social medias for like our cheer account and dance account. So like with those trends, we'll just send it to the account and like find ideas later, or like
Oh yeah.
other dance teams like do stuff and like, oh, like we can do something like this but different, you know.
Yeah.
So definitely social media helps into what we do. 100%.
Sure. What is the most challenging part of what you guys do?
Probably trying to stay motivated to keep doing it just because it's like the same thing every day, especially during football season. Like you're just running that same dance for the straight week and it's just like, I'm done. I don't want to hear the song again. I don't want to do this dance again. Like I think mine's definitely motivation, and even just waking up in the morning and I'm like, oh my God, I have to go to dance. I don't want to.
Sure.
Yeah, I definitely think motivation is definitely something for me too. Like just getting up and wanting to go do it. Like I just want to break sometimes.
Absolutely. All right, so let's get into some like future stuff. What are you gonna do next year? Do you know?
I plan on applying for Texas Tech, and then I want to get my bachelor's in kinesiology, and then later on become a physical therapist.
Okay. Wait, so you haven't applied for Texas Tech yet?
No, I actually am in like a few days. I'm having my aunt help me write my essay.
You're like pushing it off right now. Sure. Okay. What about you?
I actually do want to go to Tech too.
Okay.
I don't know what I want to do yet for sure. I'm thinking about going into psychology and becoming a therapist because I like talking to people and I feel like I give good advice. So, and sometimes I could take my own advice too. So.
Sure. Do you ever like take people aside and talk to them one-on-one in your sport?
Yes. Actually,
Okay.
a lot more than usual this past year because I've kind of like stepped up for that leader role. We don't have any seniors on the cheer team, so I've kind of like taken over for that. So like whenever girls are in a bad mood or something's not going on, like I'm like, hey, is there anything going on? Like what can we do to make your day better? Like, you know, is there anything we can do? Like,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Okay. Tell me about training, because you guys talked about cardio being huge, because you guys do it all the time. But do you guys ever get into the weight room and try and work on stuff like that? Like, cause you guys do lifts and stuff, right?
Yeah.
You're laughing, so it's not. So you guys don't do it.
No.
No.
I
Okay.
think it was my sophomore year and her freshman year. Sherry was really strict about it, and we had like 6 a.m. practices in the weight room, but that lasted like 3 weeks and didn't happen
Oh.
since.
Really?
But,
So what
yeah.
did that look like? Like light weights, trying to like move techniques certain ways, or
We had like certain girls that like went to the gym, so they kind of like helped us, but it was honestly mainly like cardio. Like we would do up and overs in the gym and stuff. Like we rarely used the weight room.
Sherry's very big on cardio.
okay. So what is your role in like lifts and stuff?
I'm a back spot.
Okay.
So,
So
like,
you're
I'm holding the girls' ankles.
okay. Tell me how that works.
Okay, so basically, so if I'm a base, I would be holding the foot and, like, using my legs to push her up through here. But, like, since I'm a back spot, I'll hold her hips and lead her in and use my arms to, like, grab her ankles and push her up to help the bases so it's not so heavy on them.
So you have to be strong.
Yeah.
How do you get strong?
Well, in cheer, we do every day, we have warm-ups, and we do, like, push-ups and burpees and squats, and it's kind of just, like, more of the cardio stuff and, like, jumping jacks just to keep our muscles and bodies moving. Dance does it, too. We have a workout we do every day.
Okay. Very cool. Do you have any advice that you've gotten from your coach or instructors that's stuck with you?
Mine would be, it's not have to do with high school, but it's at Cheryl's, my hip hop teacher. Anytime like we run our dance and like we're super out of breath, she makes us just like close our mouth and breathe through our nose. And like ever since I do that, like my heart rate drops so fast and like I can finally catch my breath. Like I remember sitting like after a dance and like huffing and puffing out of my mouth and like can't control myself. And now that I've like closed my mouth and like breathe through my nose, it's definitely helped a lot.
That's cool. So it's just to help you calm down and just regain.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Mine is like putting my hands over my head. That one helps me too, like with calming down and like breathing. Or so for like stunts, like hitting, like making sure it hits and nobody's gonna fall. I got told by one of my coaches, you hit it 5 times, it's a skill. So like if you do it once and move on, you're not gonna like get it again right then and there. But if you hit it 5 times, it'll be a skill.
Like in
and
a
you can
row
do it.
without messing up?
Yes.
Okay. Very cool. Is there anything that you guys do to hype each other up?
I definitely think it would just like be feeding off each other's energy. Like if there's one person in a bad mood, we're all in a bad mood.
100%.
But if everyone's in a bad mood and then there's one person that's like, okay, come on guys, like we can do this, everyone will slowly start getting hype again.
Okay. Very cool. Is there anything that is, do you guys do music do you guys have a locker room?
I wouldn't call it a locker room,
No?
but
It's more just like a bench with like school lockers.
Okay.
It's
In
ve-
the dance,
Yeah.
in the performing arts building?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like we have a big building and there's there's big mirrors on both sides, and then we have like a small boys locker room and then a big girls locker room.
And do you guys ever throw the aux cord to somebody and they're always the ones in charge of
Yeah,
playing
it's
music?
usually
me.
Emily.
Yeah? Why are you so good at it? Why do they trust you?
I think just because I listen to everything, like country, rap, R&B, literally everything that's there. And I always play clean music because, we have to be clean.
Yeah.
Can't
Yeah.
be explicit. So I just play what the girls like and like what we all listen to, because usually like what we listen to is trending. So
Okay.
it's kind of just like on TikTok or on Instagram or just on social media. So a lot of people already know it.
Okay. Who's your hip hop artist right now? You said Nicki Minaj you like to dance to, but is she your top?
I would say right now, since it's getting into the colder season, Drake.
Okay. All right. October's very own.
Yes.
What about you?
I honestly really don't listen to rap. Like I really have to be in the mood. But if I did, it would definitely be Rod Wave because of
Oh,
Gavin.
Oh.
Gavin's got me on Rod Wave. But
Yeah.
if I'm like listening to anything, it's Zach Bryan.
Okay. Very cool. And then what about you for country?
Country, definitely Zach Bryan too. Brooke put me on some of his songs,
Yeah.
so
Very
I've been
chill.
listening more.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you've got 2 different modes.
Yeah.
For sure. So very cool. All right. Let's see. Is there any cheer stunts yeah, is there any cheer stunts that you want to do that you haven't done yet that you're like, I've got to achieve that before I'm done?
A full around. And it's where the girl starts here, like standing up, and they do a full spin and catch again here.
Oh,
like they're just
as
doing a
the
spin.
toss up.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So they toss up, do a 360 spin, and like land standing up.
Do you guys ever try it?
We've tried it. It's definitely hard. It takes some hard hits, but I think we're close. I think we can get it by basketball season.
Do you throw mats down while you guys practice, or is it like
100%.
full go? Okay.
Yeah. We have like 2-inch mats that we put down. Like we have a bunch of mats. We have like 9 in the dance room. So
Okay.
yeah, we definitely want to be safe and precautious.
Tell me what stretching does for dance, because that's like I talk to other athletes and they're like, yeah, we stretch sometimes, like right before the game. But you guys have to stay super flexible to be able to not get hurt.
Yeah.
What is the stretch routine? So we're not going to the weight room to lift weights. We're going to stretch.
Yeah. We like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like we have a specific one we do. Like it's not even like specific. It's just like natural to every dancer. I swear. Like you like stand up, you spread your legs, you go over, stretch, go into your lunges, do your splits, like in that order. Like straddle, stretch, like I swear every dancer does the same thing.
Knows
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely like if you don't stretch, you can definitely feel it when you're dancing. Like your muscles are just so tight, and like you can tell the difference from like if you don't stretch and you do a kick, and then you stretch and you do a kick. So definitely plays a big role, and that's how a lot of our girls will get injured if they don't stretch properly.
And the same thing for you, all the same.
100%.
Yeah. I remember trying to do the stretches because we had that class, you know, and it was always embarrassing because it was, you guys can get every stretch down perfectly and other athletes just not so much. So I feel like that would definitely help in other sports. But did you guys play sports before you went to dance and cheer?
No, I never did. I played like summer ones, like summer basketball and like stuff like that. But
like
I never,
camps?
I think I rodeoed for like 2 years and I was like 3, but I definitely never played any dances always.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
you?
my parents put me in sports when I was younger, like soccer and like softball, but once I got hit with the ball, I was done. So
Really?
like I've always just been a dancer since day one.
What made you like decide this is what I'm going to do and I'm going to stick with it? Because a lot of people do it and then it gets to high school or whatever and they're just like, I'm done. Why'd you stick with it?
I feel like it's just kind of like, and like, what's it called? It's like an up there thing. Like I just feel, yeah, I don't know.
You just feel like it's a part of you now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I've been doing it since I was 2 and I've been doing cheer since I was maybe in 3rd grade. So like now that I've done it my whole life, I just like keep wanting to do it. But like now, like that I'm in high school, like it's an experience. Like it really is. Like I get to perform for football season and basketball season. Like I get to cheer for basketball season and football season. Like it's something that everybody gets to do. And like at the same time, like school pride and school spirit and like pumping everybody up. Like
Yeah.
It definitely gets you a lot more involved with the high school.
Yeah.
Like if I wasn't on the dance team, I don't think I would be this involved with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So my favorite sport is baseball. And in like Japan and some other countries, they have cheerleaders on the dugout, like hyping the crowd up, getting them rocking. Could we maybe see you guys at a baseball game ever? There's no breaks, so you wouldn't get on the field.
in the dugout, but I feel like maybe if we like did some cheers in the stands, we
I
could.
definitely think we could, but
Maybe like
it's
in
more
the
just
front
like
of the
if the
stands?
coaches want us there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they would love a big crowd. And they usually get a decent
because
crowd.
there's definitely not student bodies at baseball games. Like I've been to a handful, and there's only like people that are going to watch their friends. So
Okay. Yeah. We need to get more people there. We need to find a way for cheer to do their thing. That would be
I
really
definitely
cool.
think if like we all sat in the same section and like had like certain things, we definitely could.
Yeah,
Well,
100%.
and yeah, baseball and softball are like the king and queen of
Yeah.
chants.
Oh yeah.
So if they're chanting, you guys are chanting, and then it's just a big atmosphere, that'd be really cool.
I definitely think it would get a lot more people to go to because it'd be
Yeah.
talk around town that, oh my gosh, that baseball game was so fun, and people would go more often.
They were
so.
throwing baseballs around, like throwing them out. Well,
Yeah.
maybe hollow ones
Yeah.
would be better. Yeah. But guys, thank you so much for being on the show. Appreciate it. I really wish you guys the very best of luck. I had fun and I learned a lot about what you guys do. And it's a lot more dangerous and crazier than I thought. Yeah. So thank you guys again, and best of luck going forward.
Thank you.